What's up? It's 1:13 a.m. October the 21st, 2025. Check it out. I'm gonna talk to you about something. Everybody that's on my page and on my YouTube already knows that I continually and every day talk about my dad, Robert Dennis Sills, telling me himself he had sex with Kristen Harvey, his niece. Kristen Harvey is my cousin. I was first told about this almost 2 years ago, a year and a half ago. I was in Ohio, and I was at a government rehab. Not a Christian one, but a government one. It was one of the best rehabs I've ever been in. I'm going to take it to the beginning. When I was in this rehab, it was about the second month in, they called me up to the office. It was an old hotel that they turned into a rehab, so we had our own rooms and everything. Real doctors, real classes. It wasn't and I'm not bashing the Christian organizations that are free for rehab, but it wasn't one of those. They actually took care of the problem. But anyways, that's neat. That has nothing to do with what I'm trying to say right now. What I'm saying is I like the rehab. I got to call up the office. I went to the office. They said, your father's on the phone. Picked up the phone. Hello? I hear my mama yelling in the background. My dad's like, I got to tell you something. I was like, okay, what's going on? I had sex with your cousin, Kristen. I went into complete shock, y'all. I was like, what? He said, hey, tell her what she said. Tell her what she said. That's what I heard my mama yelling. Kristen's saying that, and this is my dad's response, Kristen's saying that she was underage and I gave her drugs to have sex with her. I'm telling you that she was of age. She was over 18, Nathaniel. And this happened 10 years ago. So if it's 2000, let's stop right there. If it's 2025 right now, about a year and a half ago I was told this. It had been 2023, 2024. 10 years before that. 2000, let's go to 2003. 2002, 1, 2000, 99, 98, 97, 96, 95, 94, 93. 1993 would be when he's saying this. She wouldn't have been of age. No, hold on, I just did that wrong. My math is way off. Okay, 10 years from 2023. 2023. I mean, 2013 is when he's claiming this happened. From what my mom was yelling, Kristen had said that she was underage. So she'd have been 14, 15, who knows? I don't know the exact age. So I'm like, okay, I'll pray for y'all. You know, I got to get back to this rehab thing. There's a lot on my plate when he told me this. I get off the phone, and I get to thinking about it. And it started bothering me really bad. My kids are in that house. You just admitted to me you had sex with your your niece, Dad, is what I'm thinking. Now, she says she's underage. He says she's of age. I said, that don't make a fuck to me. That's incest. You fucked your niece. You don't need to be around my kids. So we started arguing on the phone a couple days after that. I decided to pack up and walk back to Alabama from Ohio. It took me some time. I went to Iowa. I went to Nebraska. I stayed in Nebraska for a little bit. I worked at Casey's gas station. I got money up. I got on the Greyhound bus to head back to Alabama. Well, in the middle of that, I decided to fuck around and get high and get fucked up on the bus, which was a big mistake. And people was already harassing me, but it got worse. And then paranoia kicked in because I was up for about a day and a half. And or about a day on the bus. And I jumped off the bus in Memphis, Tennessee. So I started walking from there. Needless to say, I ended up getting back to Alabama. I walked from Huntsville all the way down to Mobile. And then between Mobile and Huntsville, I stopped in Birmingham, Homewood. When I was in Homewood, Alabama, I was still talking to my kids every day from Ohio to Birmingham, Alabama, Homewood. And I finally told him I was going to report it. Oh, let me rewind a little bit. Before that, when I was in Murfreesboro, Tennessee, that was before it. When I was in Murfreesboro, Tennessee, we got in an argument because he got mad I posted online that he had sex with Kristen. He told me I could never speak to my kids again if I started doing that. So I went off on him, got understandably angry. And that's when he sent that text to me that's on that actual video that y'all see of his text message saying I can't speak to my kids because told on him for what he told me in confidence was him having sex with Kristen. And that's the last time I was able to speak to them until I got to Homewood, Alabama. We eased up the argument. I stopped posting it online. And I was in the storage unit there at Homewood. I was staying in the storage unit. I think I was working at Whataburger in Birmingham, Homewood. And my dad and me got an argument again. Me and my mom did. They hung up the phone. I went to call back, and all of a sudden the phone answers. And it was an argument because I was talking about Kristen again, and I was telling my kids about it. Well, they answered the phone, but I don't think they meant to. This is like a butt answer, like he accidentally hit the on button, because I heard them in the background, but they didn't say nothing to me. I heard Olivia yelling. I heard my mom just screaming at the top of her lungs, couldn't make sense of what she was saying. And I heard my dad, well, I'm going to get my belt, and you're going to bend over that table. She's like, no, I don't want to get whipped. I don't want to get whipped. You're going in that little room under the stairs, and we're going to watch TV, and you're going to just get a blanket, and you're going to sleep on that hard floor, and you're going to know what it's like to obey us. So I started yelling at the phone. They didn't hear me, so they didn't even know I was on the phone. The phone hung up. I called 911. I had a welfare check done on my kids. Nothing happened. So I reported abuse. That was verbal abuse and started sounding like physical abuse over the phone. That was the last time I talked to my children. And like I said, I walked to Mobile. Now I'm here in Florida in Crestview. During the time this has been going on, I've been followed and harassed by random people. It's not drugs. It's not paranoia. I reported my dad for incest. He wants me silenced. Kristen Harvey, I actually told everybody about too. She probably wants me harmed. Doesn't mean that they are, but I have 100% belief and fact in my heart that they are because of what I'm telling people. I'm not allowed to speak to my kids because I reported the incest. It's not everybody. There's a lot of good people in these towns that have helped me and been kind to me that I've told this about. Now, with that said, how many of y'all can be honest? Who has come up to you and said something about me, that I'm this, that, or the other? Who has come up to you after you've met me? Because some of your attitudes changed. If you can't answer me and you know that's happened, you're a coward. It's not like I hide. I'm out in the open. I'm going to stand up and fight for my kids. I'm going to keep speaking about Kristen Harvey and my dad having sex. I'm in the right, you're in the wrong, and everybody that's been gang stalking me are community harassing me. And it's not the whole community, like I said. It's only a certain few handful of cowards that are scared to come out of the dark in their hidden place and approach a real soldier of God. I don't fear you. I will stand up for my kids to the day I die. I'll keep it peaceful, humble, and pray for you, but I'm not going to shut up. I'm not going to be quiet, and I don't fear a motherfucking person at all on this earth. Y'all have a good night now.